not sprint cars as it was the first one. This time, it's going to be, well, sprint car was where I started in the way of working for a race team, because I did work in the racing industry in sprint cars here in Australia. I was actually on a race team. I was actually part of the pit crew, and I did get the driver car for a while. Stood in for the driver who'd hurt himself. Today, the race is going to be late models. The late model race that I'm going to do will be at the same track that I did the sprint cars with. So I think the race is 80 laps. I'm not sure. So you can't really quote me on that, because they do set them differently in the way of races. Obviously, for each category, you know, you might have 60 laps for a sprint car, you might have 80 laps for a speed car, you might have whatever, you know what I mean? So if you guys know what I mean, each category has different laps to each category. Like I'll give you an example. I live in Australia, right? And I follow, believe it or not, I know I'm not the only one, but believe it or not, I follow NASCAR in the United States. Now, I've followed NASCAR, pretty much since I was about 8 years old. My favourite race driver is now retired. He's been retired since about 2009, 2010. He does come back every once in a while. He's only come back twice so far as I know. His son is Chase Elliott. With me saying Chase Elliott, you guys who are in the United States, you may know who I'm talking about, but for those who do not know who I'm talking about and who don't really know NASCAR, the driver I'm talking about is Bill Elliott. Now, Bill Elliott was my favourite race driver of all time in NASCAR. Now, I'm a General Motors man. He drove most of his career with Ford. Even though I'm a General Motors man, I was a fan of his. I don't know why, but I just was a fan of, particularly him. I'm not sure why, but, you know, he's just, I don't know whether it was his driving style or what. But when he retired, you know, I was like, no one's going to be able to replace him. So basically, that was it. But when his son started racing, you know, I sort of sat up and looked around and went, oh yeah, another Elliott. I knew he was going to do it, I just didn't know when. That was the problem. I knew Chase was going to start, but I didn't know when he was going to start it up. However, if you watch his car, have a look at the make it is. It's a Chevrolet. He's got the Chevrolet Camaro. And if you check his number, it's the same number that his dad had, 9. Now, his father, Bill, when he was racing, he had 9, he had 11, he had 94. Now, there was a reason for him carrying 94. I mean, as you can see, I carry 94. But there's a reason for me carrying 94 as long as I have. I'll get into that later. But he carried 94 for about, I think, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. So roughly 7 years he had 94, and over the period of time that he had 94, he was sponsored by McDonald's. When Dodge came into it in 2002, he went to Dodge and went to a works team and then went back to carrying 9. So he ran 9 from the time Dodge came into it right till the time he retired, even after Dodge left again. Dodge actually left for a second time because they weren't really going really well at that point, which I think was a bit of a load of, you know. But nonetheless, he was a brilliant driver. Bill Elliott was a brilliant driver. he won one NASCAR title and 2 Daytona 500s. I know. Compared to Richard Petty, he's not a brilliant driver like Richard Petty, but he was my favourite driver. But Richard Petty, on the other hand, the king, 200 victories, 7 Daytona 500s, and 7 championships. That's damn good. That's unbeatable. There's nobody in the world who's going to be able to beat that. Trust me. So yeah, now let's get on with it. Tonight, this one, as I had the last race I did was sprint car, the 405s. This one is modifieds. So now, as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this track again, but with a different category. And then after that, in about 2 days' time, I'm going to, over the last couple of days since the last race that I did for you guys, I've been working out on how to get the categories working quite right. Now, my fiance, she loves me doing videos. She absolutely adores it, and she watches all my videos. Now, there's only one small problem there. If I'm to do these videos the way I need to do them, I'm going to be able to have to do one at night so my girl can watch. But there's going to be a couple that she won't watch because she'll be in bed. Now, there is one thing I will want her to do, although that case may be run, and that's this. Every once in a while, she gets a chance to watch the videos that I've done. Or, what I will do is I'll try and squeeze in 2 videos a night. So, say for example, this one and a sprint car later on down the track. So, and funny I should say track because I'm about to race, but yeah. But yeah, this is the track we're going to do tonight again, but with a different category altogether, as I've said and as you saw. So let's get down to it. It's an 80 lap race with this one. Good boy. Now let's get this out on the track and see how we go. Ooh, I carried out the first place for the fastest time on my 5th lap. Ooh, man, that's good. 12:477. That's not bad. Now let's see where I get on pole position wise. Okay guys, there's the car I'm going to be running tonight. And once again, 94, which is my trademark number. Now, if you guys really want to know the situation with me and that number, please hit me up and let me know, and I will let you guys know through either response on my emails or on responses through my YouTube channel, or I'll even tell you right now. It's up to you guys whether I tell you or not. But that number there, 94, holds special meaning to me. Anyhow, guys, let's get on with it and see if I can beat 14040. Alright, pole position. You know what that means, buddy? Start on pole position, which means I start on first.
Let's see how they're going to line up.
Okie dokie, there you go. Heat 1, position 1. That means if I win this race, guess what? I get through to the qualifying dash. And if I win the qualifying dash, that means I start on pole position for the feature race, which is the last race, which goes for 80 laps. So, yeah. Anyhow, guys, let's get down with it. Let's get the body with it.
Here's the first heat race of the night. Good luck to all the drivers.
Wow, we got a good luck out of them. My baby's my good luck charm. Now, as I said, guys, you'll be able to view the race after the race while I rest my hand, because as I said to you last time, you know, hand injury, and I don't really want to aggravate it, so I'll do that every time I do one of these videos. I'll tell you what, guys, working in these things in real life was real fun. It was so much fun. The only problem was you've got to be really careful with the parts. That's the problem. Okay, now for the qualifying dash.
The qualify dash sets the pole for the A main. Good luck to all the drivers out there.
Now, what he means by that is the following. This race has the field, which is 8, and the first 8, this is the first 8 in the grid for the main race. Whoever wins this race gets pole position for the race, and then so on and so forth through the field. So if the guy in second position gets 8th, he starts 8th, even though he started second for this race. Oh, damn. That's going to be good on replay. To be honest, guys, and I mean this, to be honest, I'm so glad that I was able to get around that corner and not hit that car. If you watch this replay, you watch what happens to the guy. We don't see what happens, but he was sitting in a really bad spot. Now, as I've said in the past, I do race the sprint cars in real for iRacing. The sprint car you saw me race the other day was the car that I actually do race. The owner actually sent me that file to put onto here to use it. I've sent him these cars because he's thinking of starting up the other lot, like this one, for example. So I've sent him colour schemes and he's deciding whether to say yes or no. If he says yes, then I'll probably have another ride to do. If he says no, I hope he doesn't say no, but if he says no, then I'll still only be running the sprint car. Then there's the wreck. Okay, now the next race is the last race of the meeting, believe it or not, guys, and get this, you ready? I've got pole. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that I'll get a vote in the way of everybody who's watching this either after this taped, after the broadcast, or who is watching the broadcast. For example, my beautiful girl's watching the broadcast, I know, because she told me she's going to watch the broadcast. But anybody who watches this after the broadcast, please let me know what you want me to do in the way of the next race, because I'm going to start a season up with all of them. Okay? If anyone can decide on how to have the things start, so my beautiful girl can see every single race, please do let me know. I don't want my beautiful sweetheart to miss out on any of the races. Okay, because all the racing season, every season that I've got marked in there, I think there's about 7 or 8 of them. I've got all of them marked, ready to roll, and I don't want my beautiful girl to miss out on any of the races, because I know for a fact she loves to see me race, and she also loves seeing me do cars up and all that sort of stuff on Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Now, I have been giving Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 a bit of a break. The reason being is because I've just finished one car, and I've still got another car on the jack at the moment. And the car that's still on the jack at the moment, believe it or not, baby, is another Porsche. And the Porsche that it is a 1993 Porsche 911. So what I'm going to do is, with that Porsche 911 that I've got on the jack at the moment, when I get a chance, I'm going to take the car apart. I've got to get a new engine for it. I've got to get a new undercarriage for it. I've got to get, everything new for it. But what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to make that an older version of the car which I did for my girl, because the car that I did for my beautiful girl turned out really, really well. So although I've done when I say the car, I'm not talking about Queen 33 or Becky 33 or my baby or whichever, or Princess or Queen. I'm not talking about any of the Chevrolets. I'm talking about the Porsche 911, which I did for her, which was a 2018 Porsche 911, which I turned into, believe it or not, just by one colour. I turned it into a 2021 Porsche 911. So that's that. What I'm doing is with this Porsche 911, I'm thinking of actually doing a very quick run with it, but I'm not going to do a video on this one because I want to try and work out and see if it's going to work. Then if it does work, then I will do a video on a car like that. Same body style, same, you know. So then what I'll do is I'll then work on the car itself, and I'll actually do that one on video. And then once the car's done and dusted and finished on the video, I will sit the car that I'll have done next to my girl's car, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say that the cars are going to look pretty much like the grandfather and in the case of my girl being her car, the grandfather and the granddaughter, if you know what I mean, or grandson and grandfather, or whatever you want to say it as. So I'm kind of hoping that if I can get that done with this car that I'm doing now, it's going to look really, really smashed. I'm going to smash it out as fast as I possibly can. I'm going to start it. I'll probably do more of it tomorrow and then be done with it, get it done, see what it looks like, and then send it to a friend of mine who's a bit of a car enthusiast. And then I'll say to him, you know, do you think it will do any good? Blah, 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 blah. And then he'll hit me back and tell me whether it will be any good or not. And then if it's any good, then I'll do it, because I'll sit it next to my girl's car and then send him a photo and then see what he says. All right. Let's get ready with this race and see if I win. Because I'm really hoping I do win this race. Because I really want to win this race for my girl.
Just a reminder, there's no standing room by the fences for your safety, race fans. Rocks, dirt, and debris can come off the track at any time. We want everyone to stay safe out there.
And what you hear these guys saying, with him saying that the dirt and debris and all that can get launched out of the track or launched off the track into the fence at any time, is the truth. It is honestly the truth. When I was working at the speedway or in a race team, we were at a raceway at one time. I remember it very, very well. See, what he's saying is the honest to God truth. Because the thing is that with it being a dirt track or a mud track or a clay track or whatever the track is made out of, the cars, as you can see, if you watch a sprint car race, an actual sprint car race, you'll see the cars do what I do, which is throw them sideways. And you see dirt and debris, and you'll even see the tear-offs that come off the top of the front, which come off the front of the front of the helmet, as I said to you last time. All the dirt and whatnot come up off the track, and they actually hits the fence, because there's a barrier, like a fence up on the against the around the edge of the track. So if anything does come off the car, like say if the car rolls or something like that, you know, if something hits that fence, it's not going to go through the fence and hit somebody. If it's a piece of a car, like say a tyre or something like that, or a piece of mud. But the whole thing is, what they're saying there is, don't stand near the fence because you can get hurt. So yeah. Anyhow, guys, my girl has wished me luck. I'm about to start this race. People, do me a favour, do the same as my girl. Wish me luck. I hate this. I love the American national anthem, I swear to God, but when they do this, it's patriotic, which I do commend, but in some cases with some people, they don't give America any credit. America deserves a lot of credit. After all, the most beautiful girl lives in America. And hopefully when she gets here, we're getting married and going back. Because that's where I want to live. Whoa! 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 That was not a good start. That was not a good start. I might live in Australia, guys, but I love America. I really do. I'd rather live in a... Whoa! Yeah, right. Come on. And I've lost the lead. Yay. All the way back to ninth. Fucking fake. Don't worry, baby, I'll get the lead back. Trust me. Come here, boy. I'm gonna win this. I don't know whether it's the way the sound is in the game or what, but sometimes the music for certain games, for example, I mean, I've played games where, for example, the Australian national anthem, for example, that's been played in a game that I've had before. Same, and you know, it didn't sound very good. I don't know if it's the sound quality of the game or what, but I'll tell you what, I love the American national anthem. I love America. I'd like to live in America. I'd rather America any day over Australia. Give me America any day. I swear to you. Whoa! Hello, people. That's not good. Way! I'm not having a good run. I don't know what. I'm winning the race, but I'm not having a very good roll. Maybe they hate me. God knows. It's gang up on 94 night. In a few months' time I'll be changing the colour scheme on this car for a short time. You guys will see the colour scheme, and I hope to God most of you like it. It's going to be on the car for a couple of weeks. I'm going to change it in all the cars that I'm going to be running in those categories that I'm going to be doing the seasons in. That's a surprise. Three. Him I did not see. Yeah, it's gang up on 94 night, I'm sure of it. Now I do have something to tell you guys at the end of this race and before I end my broadcast, and trust me, my girl will love me for it. I think I told my fiance last night. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I'll tell you guys a little secret at the end of the race and just before the end of the broadcast. After I've replayed the race so you guys can watch the replay, just as I get ready to leave the track, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. So please wish me luck in doing what I need to do for the rest of my life, because I want to do it. I've wanted to do it for you. I've wanted to do it since I was a kid. I've just never had the chance to do it. So I now have a reason to do it, and I'll tell you the reason when I'm just after I've finished the race, just before I end the broadcast, I will tell you what it is that I want to tell you guys. And something funny happened today too, believe it or not. Yeah, it's pick on 94 day, I'm sure of it. They don't want me to win, I'm sure of it. Yep, they hate me tonight. I don't know why. The fuck means move, dopey. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Not good. I'm having a bad run tonight, guys. I swear to God, I might be leading, but damn. I blame third place for that. Anyway, bird brain. Oh my god. Where is that son of a bitch? How do you like it? I'm trying to race as fair as I can, and these guys are having their brains fall out their butts. Move. Coming through. Whew. And here we go for the replay, guys. You watch me those screw-ups. All clean racing all the way through here. You know, I mean, look, I'm racing fair, completely fair. No one, you know, I'm not hitting anybody, don't want to hit anybody, try and stay clean. No matter what, I mean, the car's going to get dirty, but still. And then you get that klutz. And I fall back to ninth. But I did promise you guys a victory, and that's what I got. Now, there is one thing I will mention to you guys after this. Believe me, you guys will. My American audience will love it. Trust me. If it comes through with what they said about this game, because of what I'm going to do. Yep. Now I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see that, but you know. I know my beautiful girl loves these things that I do, all the videos, because she watches every single one of them. I will tell you guys something after this, and just before I end the broadcast, because I've got some stuff, I've got quite a few things to tell you guys, which a lot of you guys might like. And I do need assistance from you guys. And I'll tell you what it is. I'm pretty damn sure it was pick on 94 night. I'm definitely sure of it. And if it was, I know why. Because I won the other night in the sprint car. That's one thing I hate about modifieds. How low the body is. You don't see it every day. Now, right, if you catch my drift. Yep. I don't know what happened, baby, okay? I won the race, that's the main thing. I think it was me cutting too low on the track, I think. I'm not sure. Although in some cases, if you watched, I had no choice but to cut low. Because I've got to pass on the inside of some of these cars. Mainly on tracks like this, with this type of racing, you've got to pass on the outside to the middle of the track. But sometimes you've got to pass on the inside, you've got no choice. Whereas a lot of races where it's pavement, like tar, like so for example Daytona, or over here in Australia, Bathurst, you've got paved roads, you've got like it's tar, but this is dirt, you know. dirt or mud or whatever, or clay, and it gets very, very tacky. So, and with it getting tacky, that means it gets really sticky. When it gets really sticky, it is good for the car. But the thing is, when it does get sticky and it sticks real bad, then, you know, shit happens. It's definitely pick a 94 note, I'm sure of it. And there we have it, guys, a victory. And that's the finishes there. Now, guys, as I was saying, I do have several things to tell you and a couple of questions that I'm going to ask you guys, and I'm kind of hoping I do get answers. Like, I hope you guys do comment on my videos in the way of the questions that I'm going to ask. First of all, to the most important thing. As you all know, who've been watching my videos for a while, as you all know, I did ask my girl to marry me and she said yes, and I'm as happy as can be with that. I love the girl with all my heart. I'd do anything for her and she knows it. Now that that's been said, here's the part that everyone's, well, my other half's probably going to love, but she'll probably turn around to me later on and say, no. I love America. I always have loved America. Since I was about 10 years old, I've loved America. Ever since I was about 11 years old, I wanted to move to America, live in America, and basically, if you know what I mean, die in America. Spend my entire life in America. I'd rather live there than here, where I live, which is Australia. As far as I'm concerned, this country is going to hell. So, I mean, I'm sorry to say that for any Australians who have heard me say that, but with me being an Australian citizen, right, I can say it because number one, I'm 50. Number two, I've seen crap go on in this country which I didn't like. And number three, things are going south here pretty damn quick. And it's all because of our government. And I'm getting more and more pissed with it. And I just wish to God I could get out of here. Now, I would love, absolutely love, to move to the United States. I love the United States. I always have loved the United States. I've got a girl who I love who lives in the United States who I want to be with for the rest of my life. But yeah, see, that's one of the many things. With this is American racing. Now, as I said earlier at the beginning of the broadcast, not actually at the beginning of the broadcast, but at the beginning of the main event, the sound quality for the American national anthem doesn't sound good in some cases. In two of the races that I've done, this one and Bristol, which was the first one I did, before I even broadcast this game, believe it or not, the sound quality for the American national anthem doesn't sound very good. I wish they had done a better job with it. And that's being truthful. Because if the sound quality was better for the song, that would be brilliant. You'd be able to hear it clearly. Okay? That's what I'd love to hear with the American national anthem. I'd love to be able to hear it clearly. I love that song. I do seriously love the American national anthem. So, I mean, I live in Australia. This may sound crazy, but the American national anthem, I swear to God, tugs on my heart, on my heartstrings, because I just love America, and I love America with what it stands for. You know, land of the free. From what I've heard of people who have gone to the United States and come back to Australia, they've all turned around and told me the following: that the United States have got their priorities set right. Their priorities are set basically like ours, in the way of, you know, they don't give a shit. They speak their mind. And I'm fine with that. I'd rather live in a country that speaks its mind and lets people know what they're saying and will shut other countries up, rather basically live in a nanny state. I mean, this is Australia. Look, I will say this much: Australia is not a nanny state in the way of being hard nuts to countries who are being run by dictators or whatever. But basically, the laws here in Australia have changed over the last 30 years for the worse. I'll give you an example. 20 or 30 years ago, some poor guy had his house broken into, right? And believe it or not, he pulled a gun on the guy who broke into his house, right? The guy launched it in with a kitchen knife because the guy who had the gun pulled the gun on the guy who broke in. The guy who broke in spotted the kitchen knife, grabbed the kitchen knife. I remember it like it was yesterday. And this was 30 years ago. He's grabbed the kitchen knife, launched at the guy with the gun. The guy with the gun's pointed the gun at the guy and pulled the trigger. Shot the guy. Bang. The guy drops. Right? Next thing you know, the guy who got shot, the intruder who got shot, died. And the guy who shot the intruder got jail. And he got something like 20 or 30 years jail. So, do you guys see what I mean by everything's going south here in Australia? Everyone says that we've got our list of priorities straight. If we've got our list of priorities straight, why the hell did that guy go to prison for protecting his property? In the United States, it's the same way, but you can defend your property in any way, shape or form needed necessary. Over here, you can't. So, that's one reason why I love America. They've got their priorities all set right. Okay? Look, America to me, I know I was born in Germany. Okay? I know I live in Australia. I came here when I was 2. But I'd rather either be A, in the United States, or B, in Germany with my girl. Not here with my girl. I'd rather be either the US with my girl or in Germany with my girl. And that's being truthful. But I prefer the US any day. Because I love that country. I've never been there, but I want to go there and I don't want to come home. Plain and simple. That is it. Because I just absolutely adore America. Now, I did say partway through that race that I am going to announce something, and here it comes. Come June, the people who did this game are going to bring an update out, I hope. They've been talking about it for about the last month. The update is more colour schemes for cars, or the car that you drive. One of the colour schemes that is there, hopefully, which will be coming into it, hopefully it'll be the American flag. If it is the American flag coming into it, if they do bring the American flag out, I hope they do. Don't hold me to this, because I didn't make the game. I only bought the game. I'm a broadcaster. I do content for YouTube. You know, I love doing content for YouTube. And everything that I've just told you about me loving America, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I really do. To me, America, I would rather have as my home, not Australia. And I'm being dead serious. So, that's the reason why I'm about to say the following. If they bring out the patch for the game, which has got the American flag in it, and I hope it has got the American flag in it, I'll be awfully pissed if it doesn't, trust me. I'll be really annoyed. If it's got the American flag in it, come July, on July 1st, I know it's July 4th, I know Independence Day is July 4th, but come July 1st, I'm going to paint the car up, and I'm going to put the American flag across the car for the 1st of July, 2nd of July, 3rd of July, 4th of July, that's the main day, 5th of July, 6th of July, 7th of July, 8th of July, through to the 10th of July, then it's going to go back to what it is. I'm going to do that on every single car that I'm going to drive in every single race that I'm going to be running. Just celebrate America's Independence Day. I hope they seriously bring out the flag, I really do. If they don't bring it out, I'm going to be awfully annoyed. Because they were bringing out patches. There's a game I've got called Railroads Online. They've been bringing. Now, this is a different mob altogether, but they bring patches out every second day. This game has been done perfectly by iRacing. But they do bring patches out for games as things go on. I seriously hope to God, I really do, I want them to bring out the American flag so you can put it across your car. I'd love to see that. Just boom. And run the American flag on the car. Because this is an American, this is based in America. So by rights, they should have something like that. Like the American flag, which you can drape across the car. You know, or, you know, just, I mean, they've got stars and stripes in here. So what I'll do for you guys one day is when I get around to doing a broadcast again in the way of races, what I'll do is I will take you down to a area in this game where you can paint the car up, which is why the car is the way it is in every category that I drive. You will see what I'm talking about. And I'll show you what they can do, what you can do. So I'm kind of hoping they do bring a patch out for the American flag, so you can have the American flag in here. It would be lovely to see. It'd be absolutely fantastic. I know it sounds, you know, it'd be good to see because, I mean, really? Okay. So, yeah, here, I'll give you a quick rundown, okay? There's the car that I just drove, okay? But I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute because there's something you can do with this game. You can swap your pictures around for your background on the game. I'll show you what I mean. See that? Right? That car? That's the car that or a type of car, that's the category I just drove. Okay? Now, watch this. That is picture number 2. of 8. There's picture number 1 of 8. There's picture number 3 of 8. See what I mean? If you could do that sort of thing to your car, it'd be fantastic. I would do that in a heartbeat. Trust me. And I would more than likely keep it on there the whole entire season. That's how much I love America. I would put that on the car and I'd leave it on there more than likely. So, you know, if there's people here in Australia who watch my broadcast, look, guys, I'm sorry. But my heart's set in America. That's where I want to be. That's where I should be. And as a matter of fact, people, I think, after I've shown you these, I'm going to put it back on this one. There's number 3, right? That's number 4. There's number 5. All right. Now, these are all for, like, actual paint jobs. As you can see, you can get them in the game when you're doing your car. That's the funny part about it. But the biggest problem is, with this, I wish to God I could do whatever I need to do to the car to keep it I'll show you in a minute. There's that one there. I mean, look. Seriously. There's that one, Jackal, which is obviously for Halloween. Right? And then there's this one, number 8, which is obviously jingle bell, you know. Yeah, right. And then you got this one again. But here, I'll show you what I mean. Just give me a minute. Right, there's the one I want. That's the one I'm going to keep it on. From here on in, it's staying on that. It's not coming off that. It's staying on that. My Australian people who watch this can go off of me all they want. I don't care. But my heart's set on that. I'm keeping that. That's staying there. I'm not moving it. It's remaining. I know my American crowd would love me for it. Now, let's see. Cars. See? Now watch this. All that there, all those banners you see there on that car. Right? I will show you what I'm talking about. Right? Right. I'll do this one because I just did it. Alright, like when I say I just did it, I mean like I've just raced it. Alright, now watch this. I will go to there. I will go to, no, I don't want the roof. Roof. I don't want that. I have front end on the hood. Now, if you have a look, it's got iRacing, right? It's got Penske shocks, but the Penske shocks bit is down a bit further. Watch this. Now, I am putting that back, trust me on that, because they're my sponsor. See what I mean? All these. Look. You just saw them on one of those cars, or a couple of those cars, that are there. Now, either I've got to do one hell of a brainstorm and try and get a decent paint job done so I can have this on the car before Independence Day, because that's what I want to do. I'd love to have this sort of stuff on the car for Independence Day, but it's gonna come hard in my head and it's gonna be thundering through my skull so fast I'm just not going to be able to think straight. So hopefully I will get it done before too soon, because I would like to see the car done and dusted and running in the championship. I know my American crowd would love it. I know my girl would love it. So that's my main aim now, is to get a colour scheme as close as I can to that. I know I'm not going to get that exactly. I'd love to. but I'm going to do my best to get something similar to that. Because my heart is set in America. For two reasons. One, I love the country, and two, my girl lives there and I love her with all my heart. Okie dokie guys, I will leave it here. I shall see you guys soon. Just remember this, game well, game fair, don't cheat, don't mod. Okay? And also guys, just remember this one as well. Life's short, live it while you can. You never know what's around the corner. Tomorrow never comes. Now, I know that sounds scary when people say, oh, I'll see you tomorrow, but the thing, my point is this, okay? Live your life to the full, because tomorrow is never promised. But, you know, and also, guys, if you've got a girl in your life, do what I've done. Treat her like a queen. My girl is a queen. To me, she is my queen. She's my gorgeous queen, and I love her with all my heart. There's not 1 minute my heart doesn't beat for her, and beat for her only. I love her that much. So, you guys do the same for your girls, because girls, it's the same way. Treat your boy like he's a king. He'll treat you like you're a queen. Trust me. Make yourself a royal family. My girl and I did. And I love her with all my heart. And me living where I am and her living where she is hurts me every day. I cannot wait to put my arms around her. I love her that much. She's my beautiful curvy queen and I adore her. She's got the most beautiful smile, huh? Not to mention the hottest body. Yum yum. So, you know, if only you guys could picture my girl, I swear. But you're not going to be able to. Because she's mine. Alrighty guys, I shall see you guys when I see you guys. You guys have fun. Enjoy your life while you've got it. Have fun in doing whatever it is you do. If you have a bucket list, fill your bucket list out. If you don't have a bucket list, do yourself a favour. Make one. Alrighty guys, I shall see you guys soon. Catch us later. Smoke out.